What's going on, everybody? My name is Hydros, and welcome back to some more My Hero Academia Ultra Impact. And today, the VE Tower rewards are now in your gift box. It's been a few days since the end of, I guess, quote-unquote, Season 1 of VE Tower has ended. So now we finally got our gift box rewards. If you go to VE Tower, you can then see your final placement rank for the first season, quote-unquote. And mine was 1309. If you guys did place and try out VE Tower, let me know your final ranking in the comments down below. Also, I got 25 gems for my placement. Also, let me know your gem rewards, whatever your placement was. I assume the higher you are, the more gems you got. But yeah, we got 25 gems. Again, I don't know if these are called seasons. I'm just going to call it seasons for now. But yeah, it took a few days for them to actually get the rewards out, which is actually pretty crazy. And there is a reason for that. Because My Hero Academia Ultra Impact has safety net, you know, modding and all that kind of stuff, cheating does get detected a lot easier. And so thanks to the MHA Ultra Impact Discord, shoutouts to Kira for the translation and stuff, VE Tower has confirmed to have had players use cheats already. Man, we've only had like one season of VE Tower and people are already using mods, cheats, and all that kind of stuff. It's actually crazy, but people thinking they're not going to get caught is even crazier. Because of this, warning messages may now appear if the game believes you have cheated. So it may be false. Some people may get false tagged as cheated, but they're not banned. They're not taking action until they have officially confirmed on their end that that player has cheated. So if you get a warning but did not cheat, you are fine. So if you get the warning, it could just be them making sure, just giving out the warning. Again, if you didn't cheat or anything like that, just don't fret, don't worry, don't be upset about seeing it. If you did not cheat, didn't use mods or anything like that, you are 100% fine. Using VPNs and stuff like that, that's not cheating. I did not get the error message or anything like that saying that I've cheated or whatever, so I'm perfectly fine. But yeah, I would not recommend that you use mods or cheats in this game because safety net is a thing, and you definitely don't want to be using it in a game with that because it will detect it and you will get hit with it, with that, you know, hot sweet ban. And then it says, additionally, all players that cheated will be removed from rankings. So any cheaters that were in the rankings will be removed, and we will all move up pretty much once they are removed. So they'll actually adjust the rankings and stuff like that once players are removed. So that's most likely why it did take a while, because I mean, this is like their first VE Tower kind of season, like I said, and they are just kind of getting used to being able to give out rewards and then, you know, make sure that they have all the cheaters in, you know, in check and stuff like that and removed from the ranking. So it did take them a few days. I don't mind that it takes a few days. It's all right as long as they calculate it correctly, make sure that they don't accidentally ban someone for no reason. I imagine that their detection system is still rather good nonetheless. But either way, I would still like it, you know, if they did take that extra couple days just in case, just to be absolutely sure they don't false flag somebody by accident. You know, I'd rather them do that than give it out right away and then be like, oh, never mind, you're gone. And then all be like, I never did anything. And then, you know, and then there's obviously going to be the people that are going to be like, oh, I did not cheat, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, they actually did, right? There are those people that do that. But, you know, if you cheated, just own up to it. You know, make a new account, as you know, whatever, right? It is what it is. If you cheated, you got hit, it's going to happen. But yeah, so that is most likely the reason why it did take them a few days to get the VE Tower rewards out. VE Tower, it's pretty fun. There are ways to do things here in the game that is pretty fun. VE Tower, just to quickly explain it, it is kind of like not a world tournament, but it is like a quote-unquote PvP leaderboard ranking based PvP, right? So you're not actually fighting people, you're just fighting a boss. So let's click that. You're actually fighting the boss, right? So you're facing 3 bosses. So let's say I want to go do 3rd floor. I don't have any tries yet, so I can't actually do that, but if we go to the, you know, the 3rd floor or whatever, right, and stuff like that, then it will do this. We face Dobby, then the 2nd floor we face the robot enemy, which is red, then the final one we face Endeavor. So each floor is different. The higher level difficulty you go, the harder it's going to be, the more, you know, this is telling you right here what recommended power level you need to be. Currently, I'm only doing B floor just because it's easiest and I just want to, you know, knock it out. As you can see, I have like 5,000, almost 6,000 VE Tower coins, which the All Might here, this All Might right here, is 8,000. And in order to get this All Might, you can still farm, even though the season has ended for VE Tower, you can still do these. You can still go and do these floors even after like the ranking season has ended. You can still go back and do that. And that's actually really cool. So you're not like locked out of doing this event while they're doing rank rewards, right? So you can still play the game, play the VE tower, and actually, you know, get your medals in order to get your All Might. Now, the way that I've calculated to get All Might, if you're doing the absolute minimum floor B, you get 40 from stage 1, 50 from stage 2, and then 60 from stage 3. So that's 150 medals from the B difficulty, the third floor, this one right here. That you get 150 in total each time you clear that. And if you're doing that 3 times per day, which that is the maximum you can do unless you buy the package. So there is a pack in the shop. Let's go ahead and take a look at that real quick. There is a pack in the shop. If we go here and then we go to the final tab, these are like the little monthly, daily, weekly packs, right? So you have like your stamina and ticket, and then right here you have your VE tower. What this does is for $3 or roughly $4 for 7 days, you now can have 6 total attempts on VE tower instead of 3. So you get a lot more attempts, and for like $3 for an entire week. That's actually a pretty good deal. I recommend getting those if you just want, you know, to get extra tries in. That way you can get extra chances to maybe get higher on that leaderboard per day. So if you're doing it 3 times per day, that's 450 total medals per day. And if we're needing 8,000, that's gonna be about roughly 18 days, a little bit over 17. So you're gonna be like in roughly like midway into 18. But either way, 18 days, I'm gonna round it up. 18 days is what it's gonna take to get 8,000 medals for All Might. That is how long it's gonna take. 18 days. Now, if you're doing 6 times per day, it's 150 times 6. That's 900 medals per day. And then if we divide that by 8,000 divided by 900, that's going to be about 9 days worth of attempts. So that's actually pretty crazy. You can cut your time in half. So as you can see, I didn't actually do VE tower. Again, the game just launched. We're roughly into our 3rd week of the game. So again, people are, you know, training up their teams and stuff like that. You actually, whenever you're doing this, you do have boost characters. So there is that to boost your points for the overall like stage. And then whenever you do a stage and you do that specific boss, you cannot use your enemies, or you cannot use your, not enemies, but you can't use your characters on the next level. So let's say this is my team that I'm currently using for floor 1. And then we go to floor 2. These characters from floor 1, I cannot use this on the 2nd floor. So this is my team for 2nd floor. And then these characters I cannot use on the next floor. So then I'm going to be using this on the 3rd floor. And that's that. So you have to use different characters. You cannot use the same characters on each specific floor of the stage. So if we go here and I click this. So floor 1, Dobby. My floor 1 team, I can use that. But after I beat Dobby, the team that I used on Dobby, I cannot use into this next 2nd floor fight. And then on this floor fight, I can't use it on that. So it does have kind of like to where, you know, you use the units, you're done, you can't use them again. So you kind of got to think strategically about how you're going to actually be utilizing your units in each of these floors. And then, you know, making sure that you have the proper teams enough to take on for the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd floor. Obviously, it does get a little bit harder as you go up in floors, right? Endeavor is a pretty difficult boss, but B difficulty, if you have a really, you know, decent teams at this point. If we look at my teams right now, I have teams that go up to 195k power, and the recommended power level is 81,000 for, you know, all for the Endeavor fight. And it's pretty easy once you get your teams built up. Again, it's only 3 weeks into the game, and it does take a while to build up your teams, especially if you're free to play. Don't feel like you have to rush right on into getting into VE tower. Take your time, build up your team, build up your units, build up your memories, level them up, awaken them, ability boards, anything like that. You definitely want to do all of that before going into VE tower with just units at level 50, 40, whatever, and that's it. Because even with the power level of 8100, even if you're just above that, let's say you're like 85,000 or 85,000 I meant, it's 81,000 power level recommended. But if you have like 85,000 power level, you're probably still gonna have a difficult time if your characters aren't invested enough, especially in the ability board. Ability board, you're definitely gonna want to invest in when doing the VE tower. So that's pretty much how VE tower works. It's kind of like Dokkan's Battlefield. Like, you can't use the same characters again once you use them, And then it's kind of like World Tournament, to where there's a ranking system to where you score up your points and then your score is ranked on a leaderboard with everybody else. And then, you know, you're placed and then you get rewards based on your ranking, right? So and I guess the better way that this could be is more like a final boss. I guess you could say that this is more like a final boss in Grand Cross. So yeah, because actually, yeah, that would make more sense, because you're getting rewards. You have a shop that you can buy rewards in with the currency that you get from the shop. Yeah, this is more like final boss in Grand Cross than it would be like World Tournament, because Grand Cross, the final boss events do have global rankings where you can place globally in the ranking and all that kind of stuff and get rewards based on that. And then also you have the reward system from the medals that you get from farming the event specifically. And that's pretty neat. I mean, this is a fun event. It's really fun once you're able to get a team, or actually 3 teams. You need 3 total teams to do 1 floor. Again, if you just want to do the bare minimum and get your All Might, it takes, like I said, 18 days on floor B, doing it 3 times per day to get All Might. If you have the extension pack to where you can do it 6 times per day, it takes you 9 days to get All Might. As you can see, it's been, like I said, 3 weeks since the launch. I'm not even close to getting All Might. I'm like 3,000 away. I'm almost there, but I'm not at All Might yet because I did not play VE Tower for the first probably week or so, because I was still trying to build up my team, build up my units, because I was aware that this is more like, you know, one of the harder events, to where it's going to be something where people are competing for rank and stuff like that to get their rewards. So I definitely wanted to build up my team first before I started attempting this. I mean, I did attempt it here and there just to see what it was like. But obviously, as I attempted it when I was first starting out, it was very difficult because I didn't have my teams built up and my units built up in the ability board and trained and everything like that. So once you get your units trained up, maxed out in ability board, you don't have to actually max out your units, just enough to where they can, you know, be decent, maybe like page 5, page 6 of the ability board at least. And then some of the limit break board probably would help as well. But as long as you're doing that, getting your units built up, then you should have an easy time, at least on difficulty B. If you want to do the bare minimum. If you want to do S rank, man, S rank, it's going to take a while. Like, I'm not even close to doing S rank because I don't feel my team is good enough yet. It's definitely not good enough because my teams are definitely at the point of where I'm not even at the power level with most of my with my teams that I want to use. And that's really weird. I assume that also each, like, quote unquote season of VE Tower, I assume bosses will, you know, rotate around. I don't think that they'll actually do the same boss over and over and over again. Well, maybe, well, okay. I think the way that it might work is we'll have a few seasons of the same thing. So we'll have like this season be all these specific bosses currently that are active. And then after so many, you know, maybe like 3, 4, 5 or whatever, then they'll rotate bosses. Maybe after 5 or so, you know, rotations or seasons of this, we'll eventually start seeing more units put into the VE shop for the VE medals as well. So that would be interesting to see. You know, we have All Might currently. Maybe they'll add, you know, a new unit in the future, maybe like an Ida or like a Shoto or an Endeavor or whatever have you, right? Maybe they'll add another unit to the VE Tower in the future. I assume they won't take out the All Might. It would be kind of messed up if they took out the All Might. I would much like it if the way they did the VE shop for the medals. Let's go take a look at it. The way that I would like them to do it is keep all of this in here, but when new stuff comes, do not take these out. Do not remove the All Might. Do not remove the Nana. Do not remove all of that stuff. Just add on into the shop. Just keep putting them in there. Maybe discount the old ones as time progresses, right? That would be really neat if they did that. Don't increase prices. Like if All Might's 8,000, if the next unit is 16,000, that's going to suck. I really hope they don't do that because that's going to really not be fun. After a while. But I mean, I guess not really. It wouldn't be not fun because I guess as you're progressing doing VE Tower, your units are going to get a lot better. You're going to be able to do that higher difficulty as you keep playing, right? So I guess it wouldn't be too bad, but at the same time, you know, it's just, I hope they do keep these units in the shop while also adding new units to it after like X amount of seasons, right? So I would love to see that maybe potentially happen. Again, let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments down below. Let me know your ranking in VE Tower, what you guys did rank, and as well as hopefully you guys enjoy your rewards. Go get it in your gift box right now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys do enjoy. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Click that bell, turn on all notifications, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a fantastic day.